If you have tried looking for any reviews of the Zenwatch 3 in English as of late, you've probably had no luck. So here you go, an actual review. But if you're thinking about getting a smartwatch and want the short answer, I'd say that if you don't really care about the lack of a heart rate sensor and GPS, then definitely go with the Zenwatch 3. To start off, the Asus Zenwatch 3 comes in some very nice packaging, making the unboxing experience more than enjoyable. In the box, you get the watch, the charging cable, a power adapter, and a small cradle. The charging experience is worlds better than the one I had to go through for almost a year with my Pebble Time Steel. The way the cable is designed makes it to where it doesn't accidentally disconnect while charging, and the included cradle lets you not have to worry about scratching your watch on the table. Plus, it just makes it look like a more premium product. One of the first things you'll notice when you power on the Zenwatch 3 is that it doesn't have that flat tire at the bottom while still having an ambient light sensor. And this, along with the design, makes it easily one of, if not the best looking smartwatch out there. The leather straps that come with it feel kind of cheap at first, but once you put them on, they're actually quite comfortable and nice looking. However, I would have liked if they had standard size straps to make swapping them a more available option. The Zenwatch 3 also comes with an IP67 rating, meaning that you don't have to worry about a little water. You could even take it for a swim up to 1 meter deep for up to 30 minutes if you so desired to. The user experience overall was very similar to the one I had with my Pebble. Half of the time it's simply a watch that tells the time at a glance. The other half, it lets you know when you got a notification on your phone or lets you do a variety of tasks straight from your wrist. Overall, however, I do like the Zenwatch better. I like the fact that you can make Google searches or phone calls or just do more things without having to touch your phone. The reason for some of these is the integrated speaker, which absolutely blew me away. I mean, this thing is loud. It's almost as loud as my phone's speakers.
Look, I was going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings, but I'm only going to get this one chance. Something's wrong, I can feel it.
But in some cases, I do miss my Pebble, like the fact that I could have an always-on display and only have to charge it every 5 days or so, which leads me to my next topic. Battery. I've had a weird experience with the battery because the first full day that I used it, I had the always on display and it ran out of battery in just about 4 hours. On the plus side, it does charge 60% in 15 minutes, so I was charged up and ready to go again in no time. But needless to say, the next day I turned off the always on display, and sure enough, I had over 40% battery left by the end of the day. The next few days I easily got through the day in a single charge. But one day, I went to see a movie and put my watch in theater mode, and during the movie, my watch turned on, which was weird since theater mode is supposed to keep your screen off until you press the middle button, but I just ignored it and kept watching the movie. When it was over, however, I turned off theater mode to discover that I could no longer use a touchscreen, but I could still navigate using gestures. I tried restarting it, but I couldn't thanks to a prompt that makes you hit a check mark to do so, and at the time I didn't know you could power it off by holding the power button for 15 to 20 seconds. So I did the most logical thing that came to me, and I turned on the always on display to let the battery drain as fast as possible and hopefully fix the problem. And it did, but to my surprise, turning the always on display did not make the battery drain nearly as fast as I thought. In fact, the difference was basically unnoticeable, so much so that I had to let it drain overnight. So the next day, I charged my watch up to around 87% and decided to give the always on display a second shot. Sure enough, my watch survived the whole day with about 10% battery left. Perhaps my only complaint about this watch, other than my first experience with the always on display and my little run-in with the touch display, is that the cable is kinda stiff, not allowing me to charge my watch in the exact position I want it to. In the end, Zenwatch comfortably makes it through the day with or without the always on display, and does so without compromising style or a reasonable price. And the watch will only get better once Android Wear 2.0 rolls out. So the only reason I can think of not to buy this watch is if you really, and I mean really, care about having a heart rate sensor or integrated GPS on your watch, which if you don't already have, I say you probably won't miss. If you enjoyed this review, feel free to leave a like, and leave a comment if you would like for me to do more videos like this. If you did not enjoy this review, feel free to leave a dislike and comment why you feel that way. But either way, thanks for watching.